G'day everyone, welcome back to the Perkins Engineering YouTube channel. Number 65 this episode is, and we have got an absolute beauty. We've got a new restoration project which we're looking forward to showing you and telling you all about. But before we get stuck into it, let's head over to Snowy River Caravans and check out the SRC 16. Welcome to Snowy River Caravans. Today I'm excited to walk you through the SRC 16. A compact caravan designed for those who want adventure without compromise. Whether you're planning weekend escapes or extended journeys, the SRC 16 has everything you need for comfort and convenience. Let's take a closer look. At just under 6.5 meters in tow length and weighing only around 1,760 kilos, the SRC 16 is easy to tow and park. Even with some mid-size SUVs, there's no need for a large, expensive four-wheel drive. In terms of heat retention and reflection, the way all Snowies are made is about as good as it gets. XPS foam is sandwiched between two skins of fiberglass, combining to a system dubbed Alloplex. The walls and ceiling measure 32mm thick and the floor 42mm thick. Using XPS foam core sandwich panels is one of the best ways to build, as it reflects heat very well and keeps the cool or warmth in. And with their industry-leading warranty, you can hit the road with complete peace of mind. Step inside and you'll be amazed at how the SRC 16 maximises its space. It's the first small caravan in its class to feature a separate shower and toilet, offering privacy and convenience for your travels. The east-west bed design adds even more room, creating a comfortable living area for two. There's also a large seating area that's perfect for relaxing or dining, surrounded by plenty of storage options to keep everything organised. From overhead cabinets to under-seat compartments, you'll have all the room for your essentials and more. The SRC 16 comes equipped with a 105-litre compressor fridge and a combo 3-burner stove, making it easy to whip up your favourite meals on the road. And with an instantaneous gas hot water system, you'll always have hot water at your fingertips. Stay comfortable in any weather with a powerful Horton 3500 watt heating and cooling unit, which runs on 240 volts or can be upgraded with a 3000 watt inverter and additional batteries for off-the-grid use. For those who love semi-off-road grid adventures, the SRC 16 is ready for the challenge. It's equipped with two 180 watt solar panels as standard, charging a 100 amp hour lithium battery to power your lights, TV, fridge and freezer and water pump. And with 190 litres of fresh water storage and the option to add a grey water tank, you can free camp with confidence. With 9 stylish interior colour options to choose from, you can customise the SRC 16 to suit your taste. This one is the green slate theme 8 with the brass option. To me, it looks pretty good. The contemporary furnishings and attention to detail make this caravan feel like a true home away from home. Affordable, lightweight and packed with features, the SRC 16 offers everything you need for unforgettable adventures. So why wait? Contact your nearest dealer today to start your journey with Snowy River Caravans and make the SRC 16 your ultimate travel companion. Here's to new roads, new memories, and seeing you out there soon. All right, let's get stuck into it. We're really excited to have this PE 13 chassis in the workshop to get a full restoration. Being a Perkins car, you know, for us it makes sense that it comes back to our place. We've got all of the drawings, all the information and everything. So thank you to the owner for giving us an opportunity to restore this car, and we're looking forward to it. So this is PE 13, built brand new in 1991. Actually was the number 11 mobile car driven by Dad, Larry Perkins, to start the season off. Then at call to testing early in the 91 year, Dad was driving Peter Brock's car. He had an unfortunate crash, which is another story, maybe even another YouTube episode, and damaged Brock's car. So he said to Brock, righto, I don't want any issues. You can have my car, which hasn't been crashed, which is this one. And then Dad jumped into the other one after they repaired it. So chassis 13 was driven by Brock for the rest of the season, the Australian Touring Car Championship in 1991. joined by Andrew Madecki for Sandown and Bathurst in 91. And then it went on to be sold to Advantage Racing, where it was ran as an Advantage car in 92. It got upgraded to VP by Advantage Racing. Brock and Crosby drove it as a VP over in the New Zealand street races, Wellington street race, and Pukekohe. And then it started the 93 year in the hands of Peter Brock as a VP built by by Advantage Racing. Brock did the Winfield Triple Challenge, Amaru and Phillip Island, and then the car became the Quicks Commodore. For those of you that remember the yellow Quicks Food Stores VP, it ran 5th from memory at Bathurst with Steve Harrington and Troy Dunstan driving it. Pretty cool looking car actually when you look back on the photos. And then there was a shortage of body shells heading into the 94 season, and Perkins Engineering and Dad did a deal to buy the car back off Advantage Racing. Then it got converted back to a Perkins Engineering specification VP, which is basically how it is now. So 18-degree Chev, 4-link rear end, various bits and pieces which we'll show you in this episode. And that's sort of how it then got sold to Phil Ward. It became the Nokia car, a beautiful looking car. Phil Ward, a fabulous privateer, did a great job running the car. Then ended up with Rod Salmon as a VRVS and a few other hands. Long story short, it's now back here. Someone's put a VN body kit on it. They haven't done a great job, to be fair, given that the rest of the car is still VRVS supercar. So we've got a big job here and looking forward to showing you a few of those things now. All right, so we'll do a quick walk around. So as I said, it's got a VN body kit on it, but it's not very good. The front bar is not made to spec. The mounts are all wrong. The front guards have literally been trimmed with tin snips by the feel of it to get wheel clearance, but that's not how it needs to be done. So that's all unfortunately no good. It looks the part in the Brock 91 livery. Looks fantastic, good looking car, but yeah, needs a lot of work. So I'm looking forward to getting stuck into this. We'll redo the quarter panels, put the fuel fillers in properly, swage that out properly, do everything as per Perkins Engineering standards. See a little bit of oil already leaking out of it. That we'll be fixing that, don't you worry about that. And yeah, so quite a lot of work to do. As you see, we'll have a quick look inside because this is where a lot of the work needs to start. This passenger seat that's mounted on a obscure angle will be going, and then all the fabrication work here in the back, the trailing arm boxes, which you can see here and here, they've got to go. It's got to go back to a 3-link, not a 4-link. We'll get rid of the Bathurst sticker, and race cam mounts. We'll probably do something about that, get the right ones in there. But yeah, the roll cage has all got to change from the hoop back to where the trailing arm boxes and everything are. So all this will be changing. In the front of the car, it's now finally got a VP dashboard in it, or VN VP dashboard, which should live to fight another day I should say. And a lot of the car is still quite original. So we've got a lot of original Perkins components from back in the day, which is really exciting. And yeah, so we're looking forward to getting stuck into this. I'll pop the bonnet and we'll pop the boot and we'll have a look. Right, so under the bonnet, this has got an 18-degree Chev engine, and to go back to VN proper, it needs to have a slide manifold Holden engine in it. So this Chev will be going. It's got an interesting air filter. Wouldn't keep a lot of dust and debris out of the trumpets, but if anyone's missing some fly screen off a front door, give us a shout, because that's what that is, fly screen as an air filter. Interesting. So under here, yeah, so Chev engine's got to go. This bar work has to go. That was all added to the car after the fact. So all the Chevy stuff's got to go. All the VP sort of stuff's got to go. This front wheel spinning in the front here, that's got to go. VNs, you have to maintain the homologated specification. So we need to put the for those who know, the battery box mount needs to go back in, and all that will have to come out of a VN donor car. So lots to do in front of the firewall. Let's have a quick look in the boot. Right, let's check out the boot. And like a lot of these old Perkins cars, they're what we call survivors. A lot of the original gear is in the boot, and which is always good. Even the original battery mount is there, but as you can see, the battery is overhanging the mount, so not the right battery for the mount. Interesting way to mount a battery considering its proximity to the fuel cell, but everyone's got their own way of doing things. So the oil tank is an original Perkins tank, but for those that will know the VN rules, this engine will need to have a wet sump, so the oil tank will go. This is the fuel collector, I believe, where Advantage Racing ran it in the middle of the car. So we'll fabricate a new fuel collector, and it then goes back up over in this corner of the car. But the rest of it, the pumps, the mounts, the rail in the boot, the filter housings, the fittings would be the original fittings. I believe these all came from the NZ sponsorship deal. This is before we went to Earl's Fittings. The reservoirs for the pedal box and brake and clutch pedals are all there. Even the overflow bottles look original to me. So this will tidy up really good. The big difference will be that these big rear wheel tubs, they need to go. Unfortunately, we need to go back to a VN factory tub, and the shock towers as well. So then that roll cage mounting and everything, all the roll cage coming through the rear firewall, that's got to change. So yeah, quite a lot of work to do on the fabrication side with the body shell, but looking forward to the challenge, and looking forward to getting stuck into it. Back in the other rear door, so you can see those trailing arm boxes where the 4-link diff mounts to the top arms, they've got to go, as I mentioned. The rear firewall will change in some detail. The seat belts don't mount to the parcel shelf, and some of the seat bracketry will get put back to all original specifications. So still a lot of surviving parts in here. The original air jack lines, the original pedal box you'll see through there, all the Perkins pedals, steering column, bits and pieces. So still a lot of originality, which is exciting for us to find all that stuff still in the car. Right, up on the hoist, we can have a quick look at some of the underneath. The calipers have been painted red on the outside, but we didn't paint them on the other side. That's the original colour they'll need to be. So a bit of work on the calipers, and a bit of work around the front here. The sort of VS rad duct and mounting system and everything's been retained, and we've sort of tried to jerry the VN bar on it, so we've got to do all that properly. Cross members most likely to be the original one, given that the Chev and the Holden engine maintain the same mounting positions, and all the struts appear to be the original Perkins struts and arms and everything. So this is all very exciting. We've got the Perkins steering rack in there, all the Chevy exhaust and battle housing and bits and pieces will all end up going. You can still see a bit of Advantage blue around the white there. So this car was painted blue there at one stage once it left our place, and then went back to white when it came back. And then back through here, we've got to change a lot of this exhaust system. So the rules in VN, you can't have these exhaust boxes cut out, so I have to replace all the factory floor here, and then the exhaust will come out further forward on the car, which is all documented in some original photographs we've got. The Chevy gearbox mount will have to go, but we'll be able to manufacture a Holden one. The Perkins pedal box, fully equipped with Phillip Island gravel trap rocks. Always handy to go home with a heavier car than when you left. And we'll give it a good tidy up underneath here. And then this is sort of where a lot of the fabrication work will happen to the chassis. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 links on the diff. The VN needs to go back to 3 links. So we basically delete all the top trailing arm boxes, and then we will put a 3rd link back in here and modify the diff to suit. But the diff housing's original Perkins one. It'll all clean up really well. Really excited for this project. So yeah, lots of original Perkins stuff, original fuel cell box. Again, calipers painted. Interesting choice of colours, but the calipers will restore very well. Up under the fuel cell, a little bit of tidying up to do with the chassis at the back here. The overspray from painting the calipers is always encouraging. It's easy to get off. But yeah, really exciting project for us, and can't wait to get stuck in it and keep you guys up to date. All right, well, that's it for this episode. Lots to do on this. We've got PB there, the life-size cutout of PB that came with the car. He's going to keep an eye on this project as we go. It's really cool to have such an iconic car, livery, and another exciting project ahead of us. So we'll try and get as much stuff together as we can. Don't forget to jump online, perkinsengineering.com.au or perkinsmotorsport.com. We've got retro polos, Perkins Motorsport polos, Perkins Engineering trucker hats, and lots of parts and odds and ends on there as well. So there'll be bits and pieces of this car that'll be on there as well. So thanks again for joining in. Really excited about this project. Can't wait to bring you more. And until next time, thanks for watching.